Russia has made a whole lot of moves in terms of working toward ditching the dollar, but now they're stating the time has finally come to ditch the dollar, and where actions should speak louder than words. Now, they stopped buying a lot of the debt that they were doing, just like China in terms of U.S. debt, and then started dumping their treasuries. Now they're saying they're going to ditch the dollar in transactions all the way around, and they're looking at Turkey and Iran as being, I guess, two main allies that they're going to do these deals with. Now, of course, the lira has been plummeting out of Turkey, and Russia's saying they're willing to start doing trade in the ruble. Now, of course, that's going to strengthen the ruble. They turn to Iran and they say the same thing. You have India stepping up saying that they're willing to trade Iranian oil in rupees. Then you have China that has already put into place these contracts, futures contracts, backed by the Chinese currency. It is the Petro Yuan. And China and Iran have already agreed to stop using the dollar in global trade. China and Iran have stopped using the dollar in global trade. Russia now saying the time has come for them to do the same thing. So they're going to start striking up these deals with other countries, and the use of the U.S. dollar is just going to continue to fall. Now, of course, the United States can't go into these places like they have others at the barrel of a gun and force these countries to use their fiat Federal Reserve currency that they print out of thin air, not backed by anything. See, Russia and China and them, they're not going down this route any further. This will eventually catch up to the U.S. dollar and the United States and its economy. It seems like they are setting the world stage for a collapse in the offing, and it's just something that most Americans are not going to want to see or hear. The reality is the stage is getting set, and all these countries are backing out. There's going to become a point one day when we wake up where Russia's completely 100% done with the dollar, China the same, Iran the same. All these countries are going to make this stance, and then because they stand so bold, you mark my words, other countries are going to jump ship and go to being allied with them, trading with them. And I think once that happens, that domino falls, more and more and more will continue. Especially if the dollar hits a point to where it's like the straw that breaks the camel's back type of event, where it's dropping so fast into a point to where it's not buying goods like it was before. If someone can look at the ruble or the Chinese currency and say, hey, I can get more bang for my money going this route, then they will, especially if they don't feel threatened. So these are big moves being made out here on the world stage in terms of these countries, and Russia saying it's time to absolutely ditch the dollar. I'm going to leave a link here. I'll continue to update with more. This has been Dabu7. Peace.